Alright, here we are with Battle Brothers. Now, you may not have noticed at first glance at this video, but I am not in control of the mouse or keyboard. They've gone rogue. I kid, but I don't kid. I am watching this after I have recorded this video. Because I did not turn on my microphone. Because I'm a professional. I'm very good at what I do. That aside, I goofed up and now I have to talk over the recording itself to let you know what's going on. So yeah, that's what this whole video will be, is I'm just going to be commentating on what I already played, so I don't have any control over this, and this is the next day. I needed a day to recuperate from the mental damage that it caused me, not being prepared for it. So here I'm going over the Desert Princess Sickle. I quickly had to read it, because I'm not pausing at all, I'm just going through this, we're flying. I'm being real lazy about it, but whatever. I'm just going over here what we did, and we got a really nice pole arm there. Good damage, and it's got a sweeping blade, which is sweet. It's amazing. Can hit 3 enemies at once. Costs a bit of fatigue to do so, but it still works great on a polearm user. Ugh, excuse me, I'm not feeling the best right now, but I want to get a video out. Ugh, that was gross. Sorry about that, drinking liquids to save me, because that's always the cure. I'm probably talking over justifying the last fight, because we still have that great sword. You could see me popping in and out intermittently at some of these curved blades that drop from the vampires. Very good, pretty good weapons, really good weapons. They destroy armor, so you have both a cleaver that also cuts through armor. That's how they killed so many of my dudes. But yeah, we got that going for us. We got a lot of loot, and I sound really optimistic about it. The reason is I didn't record myself crying in pure misery when I was first looking at all this yesterday. So yeah, here you see my frantic mouse movements, just trying to cope with what happened. Here we see Gibbet getting the greatsword, and there you hear me kicking my PC into the wall. I'm going nuts, I'm just going crazy. They better cage me. Yep, this video is going to be maybe tough to watch, because you're going to be seeing me talking, and the video is going to be going over, the mouse will be frantically moving and showing different stuff, just because I don't remember everything I said. I remember nothing I said. Very faint drips of knowledge go into my brain as to what I said, so here getting Roderick some defensive stats. He's a trash brother, so just anything to get him in the way of good brothers. But he's not terrible. He's shown himself good. He's leveled up to level 6, so obviously he's done something good. Baronot too. Baronot was never meant to stick around, but here he is. Some brothers will surprise you. Some you think should stick around, like let's say a $6,000 knight you bought. It is killed. That's not fun. I mentioned that in the video too, though, the greatsword plus that armor that Tally's wearing, those are really high-end weapons. I think those are combined minimum maybe 2,000-3,000 gold. So I didn't lose 6,000 gold on the knight as much. I did lose a lot of money by losing him. That was a waste of a good brother, but it's how the cookie crumbles. Brothers can come and go, but good equipment like this, if you can hold on to it, that's a treasure worth keeping right there. Just like a childbirth to you, you gotta keep them close. I'm gonna stop doing metaphors. Probably not. Here we see some brigand hunters. There's only a few of them. There's 10, which I do believe the dogs do count. Nope, never mind. The dogs do not count for the heads, because what I also forgot while playing this is up the top right. I have the patrol mission to hunt down enemies. So I completely forgot about that while I was doing this. I was, again, distraught, but yeah, we're gonna get to town. I have too much loot So that's what you see me doing. I'm waiting till day to get into town so I can quickly sell a bunch of garbage. Because don't want to just throw it away. It's free money, technically. So yeah, those swords aren't worth much. The helmets, nah. I'm just getting rid of stuff that I do not need. And that's cheap. Because sell prices here suck. And then I'm going to go take on those hunters, take their loot, come back and sell it again, and then move on. Plus, it gives me the... Oh, my dudes will cut off their heads and take that to the patrol contractor, so he'll pay us for them. Which is awesome. How he knows that they're brigand heads is beyond me. How he doesn't think that maybe we just go to some village of his and behead a few peasants and bring them back and call them raiders. Yeah, maybe, see, this is why I need to record while I'm playing, so I don't have to think or do nothing. The gameplay's happening as is. Sell that beat, I don't care. I'm not part of it. I'm saying stupid stuff like talking about beheading the lower classes to appease the upper classes and calling them dumb. Don't worry. I'm sure the next video will be better for it. You might find this funny too, but for me it's a little more hard. It's hard to follow. I hire a cripple there because he's cheap. I have the recruiter, makes recruits cheaper, and that recruit there was just so cheap. So it's like, why not bring him on as fodder? Like, him taking damage away from my higher end bros will be far more worth it. Because that is what happened last battle. I lost a lot of dudes. I did lose my main hedge knight, but I kept a lot of the bros that I like. And that was due to me having a party half filled with throwaway dudes that saved the lives of our higher ups. So yeah, we lost. It looked terrible, and I felt terrible for it. I feel like I still lost too many, but yet they did their job. Here I'm looking for a witch hunter. I think having one might be good. I'm split between the cheap one or the one that costs twice as much, but this one's huge, the cheap one is, which doesn't help their range defense, and I'm thinking that if they're not good in melee, that skill's going to be useless. The bonus to melee damage, it's only going to hurt them. Plus the more expensive one, as I just hired, has a better crossbow. So I just picked him up. I didn't see anyone else I wanted. The cripple's fodder. He's not that good. But here, this dude who shall be renamed to drumroll Sizzler, the Ranger. He starts off with 50 range plus 2 talents in it, so he'll get up pretty good. The way I think of that is like talents. It's different. Like melee attack only gives you like a max of +3, but range max of +4. 2 talent stars in that means that he will only get the highest rolls each time. So that's 4. Him getting up to max level 11 will give him 44 bonus ranged attack. That's 94 at max level. He'll be, and for me personally, anything above 90 for melee attack or ranged attack is really good. So he's a ranger, and I'm gonna hopefully keep him alive. We'll have to find out. My memory is like a caterpillar's. It's just garbage. It doesn't remember. It'll turn into a beautiful butterfly, and it won't remember how hideous it used to be. Yeah, this is... I can't tell if me talking's doing any justice. I'm just speaking weird. Here I'm switching around gear. I bought a cheap recruit, and I gave him some just armor to keep him alive, which is good. I'm gonna give Silver that notched blade because that's both a good melee weapon, but also a dagger. And I like it. I still have a good piece of armor there, but I can't recall what I do with it, because I do need to give it to a bro. And this is gonna be a lot of... I'm gonna tell you some stuff that's already gonna happen, because I'm not gonna bother being like, ooh, mysterious. I am the Swami. Like, I'm just gonna tell you what I'm thinking. Because I value getting this video out more sooner rather than taking forever to go through edit it. That's what I was doing at first with these videos, was taking a lot of time editing them, and that sucked a lot of my time up. For me, that was a little stress. I enjoyed it, but I recently created a Shogun 2 video. I like that, but I want to do that where I do this, I could just not think about it. I can just kind of have fun with it, the gameplay, and post it. Whereas the Shogun 2, I put a lot of effort into. I mean, it wasn't a biblical amount of effort, but I put effort into editing it and making it a fun, short video, rather than these hour-long essays. But yeah, there I go again, losing my train of thought. I blame it on my ADHD, but I don't allow myself any excuses, so it's just a skill issue. Here we're fighting a bunch of rangers in the swamp, which is terrible. Murky water lowers your melee defense and attack. Lowers both your defenses, but not your ranged attack. So those enemy archers will do just as good. However, as you can see, my crossbowmen were far better. They're poachers, they stink. They're not good. Accidentally shoot a dog. That's how it goes. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is get my brothers, my melee ones, up north onto even ground. And here, I decided to just keep shooting because they're more than content to stay away from us. They want to just shoot us to death, which is not going to work in their favor because their ranged units are far below the skill of ours. The other thing I could have done was rushed here, which looking back, I wish I did sooner. Instead, I shot a dog with a crossbow. Pretty metal, I'd argue. Yeah, they're flinging some rocks at us, they're shooting at us. Their bows and that sling, yeah, it hits ingestion, but it does not do much damage. So I don't fear them, that's why I'm shooting them a bunch. At the same time though, my melee dudes are goated, and they probably should be fighting. So he just should be leading the way. I don't really need to stay back and waste a whole bunch of ammunition. Because they both suck at range and melee, so I don't know. Anyway, Zebra, he's in the back, because he's completely wounded. His armor's destroyed. I keep starting battles without checking our equipment on the dude, so I'm keeping him away from the fight. Because their archers suck, but they're not. Occasionally a blind squirrel will find a nut, and an arrow will just pierce his heart and kill him. And I swear, if a poacher kills one of my better bros, it would ruin my day. I'd have a sad day. Yeah, you can see we're really successful shooting them. We have 4 crossbow dudes. 2 of the crossbows are not heavy, but just regular crossbows, not the cheap light ones. So we're doing some work against them. Yeah, I'm just jostling around a bit. I'm thinking about sending Gibbons in. I do send Gibbons in into the murky water. So yeah, you see what they have. They have 2 dogs left. That one completely wounded stagger dude, which isn't going to do anything. But they have a 5 range dude, so I need to start getting in there and killing them. Just get them out of the way. While you enjoy that, I'm going to have a little water. Sip. Little sippity sip of the Wawa. Ah, refreshing. Kind of. I am feeling sick, and I'm realizing now that I'm starting to get sick. I don't want to skip work tomorrow. Oh. Sorry, you thought this video would be to escape your worries. I'm just putting my worries onto you. You're my therapist now. Man, work is just Googlaboo. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to fill the time. Yeah, check out this trick shot. I was hoping that hit. Okay, we have one dude going around the back. And then my heavy hitters, they're just going straight for it. Their archers have missed every shot, almost. They're not hitting us. So I'm just throwing my dude straight into the fight. See, yeah, the melee dudes will hit the front pretty good. Now the enemies decide to engage us. And we're just gonna keep charging at them. Yeah, there's the other dog. Yeah, there's not much that they can do at this point. Their rangers are still out of range. Gibbons did miss that hit, but that dagger dude has no health and no melee chance. And we just shot one of their dudes, and now the melee dude's running away. It's over. They can't kill us with what they have. So we just gotta clean them up. Each human kill we get here gives us, what is it that contract's giving us? Maybe 55 gold. So that's really good. And their archers are just acting silly, just moving all over the place. But yeah, they're goners. Roderick's gonna hit the back and kill off the stragglers. Which, not many. We won that crossbow fight with flying colors. Oh, surprise enemy. Nothing much to talk about. This fight's a little too easy, so I'll say the fight's easy, but this was time consuming. Like, I can look at the footage here. 16, what was this, 10 minutes? Which for Battle Brothers ain't bad, but yeah, 10 minutes of me being extra cautious in a fight, taking minimal damage. But still, these can take up some time. And when I first started this series, my goal was getting rid of these moments. I would edit these out later, because I would want the series to get over with a lot sooner. I know people are busy, they have other things to spend their time with, rather than what I can already tell the series is going to be over 20 hours. They don't have time for that. I don't have time for that on other stuff. So that was my dream, but I'm going to do that with other stuff. For now, I'm getting into the rhythm of being a YouTube boy, a little dork, and I'm doing that with other videos, I should say. The Shogun video, again, that's more of the stuff I'd want to be doing. But this is still fun. It's a learning experience. It's learning to remember to turn on my microphone. When I don't know. I didn't have any excuse. I looked through the whole footage. It was all gone, and I realized since the beginning it switched to a different audio source that wasn't my mic. One that didn't even exist, so what a shame. I noticed this place got raided right after we fought that fight, so I don't know how they did that. I only turned my back for like 10 minutes, and already after village is burning, apparently. Buying some trade goods, same by the looks of it, I don't need anything else. And this, where I hovered over that 3 skull contract, is where I remembered that I had the patrol contract. So again, my professionalism just shines like a beacon. Down south we go. I am missing only 3 heads that I could get. That's 150 extra crowns. And here's where I was well make another mistake, because I'm talking about it right now in the video. But I have to talk about it again, because I'm a goober. I should have just turned in a bounty, because 150 isn't that big of a difference, especially when our to pay my dudes, it costs almost 300. So here you see me almost make the right choice, and then I veer off. If I would have found something, though, that could have been worth it, because we were ready for a fight. Easily. I had enough supplies, so this time I did make sure I looked. Repairing all equipment will take this many tools, and from there I know that we should almost be fully repaired. But yeah, I should have turned in the contract instead of wasting time and money, but getting level ups in. Ingestion has reached his final perk tree area that he can get, and I'm looking through it. Duelist would be nice, getting rid of armor, or getting through armor. But I see his whip and change my mind, but I think it's from there that I realized I don't want him with the whip. Because he's not I mean, he doesn't really stand out with it, and also he's a hybrid. Like, the whip should be on somebody like Zebra, Cleaver dude. So here is where I start wondering about the whip, and hopefully in a minute I switch over, because yeah, now I'm switching over and I'm gonna find him another weapon. I find him the polearm. I sound shocked because I forgot completely what I did, but yeah. This is my typical hybrid run, as a polearm crossbow combo with Berserk. Berserk's important. It's fun. Because if you kill with either the crossbow or your polearm on one turn, what you could do is with the crossbow, shoot, get a kill, reload and shoot again right away. If you have the polearm, you can either stab 2 times if you get a kill, at least the first one, or you can stab, switch to your crossbow, and reload? Reload and shoot? That's quick hands. You also need quick hands for hybrid to work, which I failed to do with ingestion right away. That would be the next step for him. With quick hands, he can do that. He can shoot with a crossbow, reload it, and then switch to polearm, and stab. That's wrong. He can shoot with it, can't reload it, but he can switch to a polearm and stab. Super useful. Although you do not need polearm mastery for that, is what I'm also realizing again. So, because the polearm needs 6 AP to stab with, but you only need 3 to shoot the crossbow. That's a total of 9. With polearm mastery, you have 1 extra, but then you don't get as exhausted, so it all evens out in the end. I'm handing out nets to everyone. I want a few people with nets. I always forget to use them for battles, and I need to, because they're very useful, but at the same time, I don't want to just waste them and waste turns pulling them out, throwing them on some crap that's already going to die. But here Zebra's giving a nice long lesson to Disposable, the fodder we just hired, making him just a little bit better at what he does. And just gets him into the spirit to go die for somebody else. Gets a bit more resolve and fatigue, which very highly valued. Yep, here I climbed the mountain. We didn't waste that much time, but still, I would have been able to get to town and sell. Because now spoiler alert, I don't get to town in time for day. What does I see here done? I think is a good idea. I made this mistake twice now. In this after audio recording, I've also just forgotten that the patrol didn't end here. It ends down there at Harkendock. I did the same thing when I was recording the video. You'd think I'd have been smarter after doing all this already. Clearly not. Put that aside though, selling price on shields is 20. That's really good here. So, if I remember right here, I'm going to be selling stuff to make money. Because I have about 1,000 crowns, it's not bad. But I have full inventory, need to get rid of stuff, don't need all of that. And I do need to hire new good bros, not just trash and fodder. Here I sell a whole bunch of animal loot because I don't think I need it. I sell the amber shards. I sell some of this stuff that I bought earlier. This stuff down here at the bottom, those gold items, those sell for a lot, over 1,000. So I want a really good sell price to get rid of those, because that will just boost them enormously. Because I'm selling at a 20% of all these values. I'm not sure how it entirely works, but I'm just telling you, I sell at a certain percentage right now, which is okay. It's good. But if I increase that percentage for those higher valued goods, that gives me like hundreds more gold. Rather than selling the crap, I only get like a few dozen more gold. So I want somewhere really good to sell all that stuff to. And now I'm looking at more recruits. I'm on to 10 dudes. I would like to get back to what I was, which was 12. I'm looking at just the different classes here. I hired, I think I was a farmer? Yes. He kind of stinks, but he's not bad defensively. He's got a lot of fatigue, so he's definitely getting the fodder status. Even though he could be good at defending. I hesitated to give him the title, but it's what he's going to be doing. Yep, donning that gladiator armor, looking slick and fly in it, and just defending for my higher value brothers. So that's what he's going to be. I don't remember if I hire anyone else, but I need to get rid of the crap he gave me. His cruddy tunic and little threshing stick. Whole bunch of missions here, none of which I could take yet. I have to complete my current one. We'll always look at the tavern. Doug could show you some useful stuff. I found that one graveyard to the, as you'll see to the far left of the map here, by looking at a tavern clue. The first ones are always free. You see me doing some more joyriding. I'm hoping to find something. I don't need to. It's more worth it for me to go turn in that contract and just get a new contract to make some money off rather than just squeeze a few extra coins out of this one mission that will cost me a lot more time. There you go, 1,400 crowns. It's a lot of good money. Couple missions here. We're getting missions everywhere, but what's important is taking on the ones that are right. Here I go into a rant, and I'll humor you. I'll go into it too. Yeah, I'm full of myself. I like it. Yeah. We got a noble contract here, which those usually appear at all of the holdings that noble house owns. So here we have a one skull contract that we could take in the current town we're at, but I'm betting we also can take it from any one of these other towns, except for the town that is afflicted by whatever issue needs solving. So like, let's say, what? Rufenstadt, made up town. The issue is by Rufenstadt or outside Rufenstadt or whatever. If it's giving Rufenstadt a negative event or just a enemy settlement near Rufenstadt, I don't think you can accept it there. Not sure why the game does that necessarily. It kind of makes things a little bit, could be annoying occasionally, but they just do it because you need to go far away to get these noble contracts done. But it's usually worth the cost. So anyway, I was ranting there about whether I take it here or wait and take it somewhere else and gamble. Because there's 4 settlements up north owned by this house and only 1 down south. So I was worried that it'd be at one of the northern ones, one that I'd want to do, and it'd just be too far away. Whereas it could also be at this one down south, and I just end up moving further away from it. I hire a gravedigger. I've had good luck with them, and yeah, he's not good. Also, 55 melee attack, that's not bad. We're just a cheap brother. Good fatigue. Decent morale. He's just not a bad dude. I named him the Hindenburg. Just cause I can. I give him some. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I give him. Yeah, I just give him some basic stuff. And do I buy armor? I think I do. He has a sackcloth on, and even though he's defined to me as fodder, somebody to kind of throw away in the way of a good brother, excuse me, I don't want to just like get him killed on purpose. I don't like that. I will sacrifice if I need to, but if I can keep him alive in a fight and a stray arrow just gets a lucky hit and kills him right away, I feel like that's a waste, even though he was cheap. The army he was wearing might have been more expensive. But yeah, the other thing I must have paused here for a minute. Yeah, I did. Okay, I was worried. Something broke down. What do I do here? I'm just looking around. I'm waiting until something happens so I can talk on other stuff. I look at this contract, I do it. Dude swears, and then 1,000 gold for the to drive out something on around Hatland, which is right down here. So it was good to get it here because I don't think I could get it in Hatland. However, that's a little ways away, and by the looks of it, I kind of wanted to just do a bunch of easy contracts real quick, get them done, get some money in my pocket. Plus good level ups for the bros. Chip here and move on. Just find another town to either sell in or just, I don't know, josh around in. find another caravan, which these are all just far away. I don't want to do these yet. Even though I could, I just wanted to get money right now and get some good brothers. Then I'd probably go around and do some. I'm using my recruiter companion to help me figure out if I want to hire some of these dudes. Like this bastard here. His father died, and now he's just running away from his problems. You'll notice I don't swear much on this. I try not to. I try to be a man of God and just, I don't know, spread more positivity than negativity. And swearing, I feel like, so just a small gateway to just being a little extra mean than you need to be. But I'll use keywords I'll use words if they have meaning. Like, I will ride into town on an ass if it is required of me. As to what kind of donkey where I would find one, who knows. Yeah, I'm just looking around some tavern quests and whatnot. And I did have something I wanted to talk about, but I forgot it already. I moved on too quick. I don't remember. So must not have been that important. Except here's an easy job right there, is just hunt down some local brigands and turn them in for about 800 crowns. Easy money. Another caravan I don't really care about. And then a noble contract, which this one, yes, a patrol. 68 crowns per head. Only up to 20. But that just means that we can fulfill that a lot quicker and easier. So that's a cool contract. I like that one. Here we accept this easy one and head on down towards the footprints. But first, I forget, actually I wanted to look for somebody. Wanted to hire a man. I didn't. So yeah, we're just traveling down south. I think it's hard for everybody to keep match with what I'm talking about, or what's going on in game when I'm talking about it after the fact. We attack right away. It's dark, and my 4 crossbows are not going to shoot that accurately because of it. However, I felt like it was personally worth it to avoid getting shot by that one marksman they had. My crossbows are alright, but their marksmen are good. And they can kill my weaker bros. They can whittle us down really easy. I don't want to deal with that. But we still outnumber them in range power, so they charge us. Excuse me. Unprofessional. As you can see, the one up north doesn't have great armor. It's got a hand axe, but the other 2 brigands, no helmets. That's the only decently armored one here, but he just still... Yeah, we just shoot that dude in the chest and his armor breaks. Like, these brigands are easy, so this will be another easy fight. But then again, you always stay vigilant. These easy fights could easily turn into a money sink. In terms of they'll take up all your supplies that you have to rebuy to repair your armor. Your brothers could get weakened and not be able to fight for a few days. So raiders are still dangerous. They can still do damage. And there was the archer I deeply feared. He is weak armor along with a crappy bow. So at this point, I kind of partially regretted just not waiting till day. But yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles. This point, I'm one of the audience. I'm a viewer of my own video. It's just that me watching it's getting recorded and shared with the video. That's how I'm special. I get to do that because I am me. Yeah, so I'm just moving up a bit. My forces are kind of split up, but we outnumber them, so I don't care. And I'm holding back my center forces a little bit because I want to stay on the defensive. I want them to exhaust their energy and AP coming up to us, while I don't use any and then just do 2 attacks in one turn. They still are reluctant to fully charge though, which tells, I don't know. I feel like they'd be trying to flank me or something. Gibbons just gives that guy a colonoscopy for free, so he's already gone. And my phone's turned on. I turned that off. This happened over the recording that never got recorded, so I thought I could have gotten rid of that stain, and I just never learned my lesson. That just goes to show you, this me forgetting to turn on my audio, it's gonna happen again. Just know, like, I'm sorry, I wish it won't, but it's going to. Anyway, check out that sick beheading though. Caught alive. Yeah, the enemies on the flanks are really suffering. Center, Roderick's holding, doing really good. Now they advance, but they are so weak. Except for the dude with the stick knocking unconscious Tally. That was... I don't know, comment below if you also think Tally is just not trying his best at all. Like ever. I just don't think he ever puts in his weight around here. It's a shame. We're mostly missing these attacks now. Quite a shame, but they're breaking. They're almost on the run. So yeah, I'm more than fine. I'm more than alright. Keep missing, but that should change now. That dog biting that one dude gave 3 men confidence all at once. And they're gone. This last dude here, he's gonna... who is that? One of these dudes have armor. Yeah, the one down south, he has pristine padded leather on him. And what I was trying to do here is surround him and get the armor just because I could put it on one of my dudes. Because you saw, I ran out of chest pieces for fodder to wear. And that padded leather there, I like that. That's really good piece. It's light, but durable. Yep, whip out the daggers, try to shank him. Always have daggers on your bros. They cost nothing. Hunting daggers, even the better dagger that you see here, they cost nothing. We destroyed the armor when it was running away, but whatever. We got some other armor. But yeah, daggers, they don't cost any fatigue when you put them in your backpack, and you get to do stuff like that. If you find cool armor you want, you have a much better chance of getting it if it's in pristine or good condition. I don't think you have any chance of getting it if it's completely busted. Same with your own dudes. If their armor completely breaks, that you lose it. If it doesn't, then I think you get to keep it. So, here we have... I contemplate. I don't think I contemplate for long yet. I accept the patrol. Always accept the patrol. That is fighting battles that earn you money, like all this loot here we can sell, on top of earning the money you get from just killing the enemy. Like, it's a really good contract. That is... Patrols are probably one of the biggest reasons you want to get to noble contracts real early, or as soon as you can. I don't think the game gets harder based on your renown, so that's the other reason, is that there's no reason to not just try to get as much renown as possible to get those good contracts. Of course, I remember my first time playing this game, what was it? It took me till day 80 to get to noble contracts. Yeah, day 80. It took a while, and here you can't see right now, but I think we're on day like 54 or something, and I've had noble contracts for a while. Don't remember when I got it. Have to look back and be reminded, but it doesn't necessarily matter in this series. All you know is I got it pretty early, and now we're profiting off of it. Which reminds me, any skill you see me with this game, just don't take it as I'm great at video games. Take it as I played this game way too much. I love it. Just the RPG tactics game. I just love it. Here the game was trying to get me through the back roads, which I decline. And I'm rewarded with a bunch of green boys. Some orcs. Orc youngs, I should say. Orcs can hit really hard. So that's what I was looking through, see if our armor was okay, if we had enough shields. But at the same time, It's the Orc Young, and they are very vulnerable themselves to both melee and range. They're not that good. They hit hard and can hit fast, but they don't hit fast, but yeah, they just hit hard. They can kill you in 2 hits, even if you have decent armor on. But you start killing them fast, they start to break and rout, and they bleed really easily. So I have a good squad here, I feel confident. We outnumber them, so we're gonna do it. Here in this battle, you see me doing some more patience tactics, trying to save ourselves money in the long run by not getting our armor completely demolished. And also not just losing bros like some people do. I don't know who would do that, but not saying names. Here the orcs come. A lot of weak weapons they got. I don't see many big axes, small hatchets they have, which not that damaging. Although in the hands of an orc, they can do a lot with it. There's some better axes. Those orcs love wielding those big, heavy choppers. 3 of them. But still not worried. I am falling back. I'm trying to take this high ground and situate myself. Yep, the mouse is moving with me. Situate myself between these hills and the brush and that boulder down south. I'm using the terrain to help funnel the enemies like a bunch of cattle into us. Move back Tally. Tally's one I need to be careful with because I used up half his fatigue right there just to move him. Yeah, once again, we're just getting situated. Thinking about where to place my dudes. I don't have to really talk about it because I'm just gonna be... I don't know. I don't remember what I did, so I'm just gonna be making stuff up if I try to. The orcs are coming straight towards us, so here they seem to be moving towards the center of our mass. And what I should be trying to do here is guide them down south. Because I want them in our kill zone, like Zebra, Gibbons, eat Tally, like Tally with that big axe, that one-hit wonder. They can kill these orcs real fast and make them want to flee. So also I'm thinking with orcs though, like the weapon Zebra has, hitting them more than once, they don't have good melee defense. So just hitting them a lot with like weaker weapons while they don't wear much armor would also get rid of them real easy. So you see 2 of them, they have shields, but they don't have any armor on. So they will take a lot of damage from, like, let's say, bleeding weapons, swords and whatnot that don't deal damage to armor. So in this case, I think I didn't, but if I gave someone the whip, they can bleed out those orcs. That's something else to think about. Whips against the orcs are really good. Facing their warriors, berserkers, those guys are deadly weapons. Or they use them very effectively too. So disarming them with a whip can be a very useful tactic. If they get into the center of your bros, disarm them, gives you an extra time to kill them before they just one-hit your dudes. Here you see me trying to figure out what to do with my dudes. I messed up placed them a bit. I should have moved them different. Because now I got Steinbrew here, who's kind of way out of the way. He should be closer. But it's all good still. And I got my dudes pretty much where I want them. Looking back here, I've definitely messed up the placement a bit. I should fall back further to get on the hill. Because he's not even in range. Tally's in the way. And yep, his armor's doing wonders for him. But yeah, the orcs are just charging at us and knocking us, just stunning us. And yep, see some throwing weapons come out now. Yep, see, Tally's in the way, so Gibbons is unfortunately useless for now. Until the enemy comes right at him. Which they will. He should do good, but yeah, just again, gotta be mindful of positioning. It's important in this game. Shield wall. I have fodder down south, so their goal would kind of just be to act as a shield so they don't flank us. And if they do get engaged, hopefully their shield wall will protect them. So I can get my better dudes down there to save them. That's the best way I like using fodder. Not just throwaway troops, but just troops that can help fill a shield wall. Already we got one orc running. Takes quite a few hits. They are beefy. But he is fleeing, so I don't need to engage him anymore. I can just wait. And the best part about him being there is now the orcs can't just charge right into that spot. They have to go around, which should help protect the other dudes. Crossbow dudes in the center, that is. So yeah, here I'm just... Yeah, it's exactly as I said, we funneled them. We've killed one already without taking almost any damage. Now this one's next, right up above Gibbons. We're going to start slaying him. Yeah, here I'm thinking. Do I attack again? I do. There I was thinking if I shield wall, because if I shield wall with Roderick, that orc's just going to attack Gibbons, but I don't want Gibbons to get hurt or injured. Like, the focus should go on Roderick, so even though Roderick has the shield, I would rather he tank the hits. But unnecessary, because Gibbons just gets a big Hail Mary swing on that dude's head. Cuts it clean off, ready to be exported back to town. Plans kind of work. The orcs are throwing a lot of stuff at us, and they're stuck in the center because of it. But now here, yeah, we're killing. We got a nice kill zone set up, so they're not really a threat. All our dudes who could be in danger by them are protected. And dudes who are good at killing are right in the fight. So we're gonna see if Tally gets a hit. He does. Okay, good. You needed to. And he kills the other one. So now morale is low for the orcs. Which now I've waited with too many dudes, so I don't have much to move. That one we hit and rout him, so now is the time. We're gonna... What you'll see me is moving up these other dudes. Using shield wall, be cautious. These dudes aren't the killers. But yeah, these orcs are done. There's nothing they can do. They're too weak. They're too few. We outnumber them, and we outmatch them. So yeah, kind of just running. Run up there, Ziba. Does he hit him? He does. Doesn't kill him, but a lot of damage. I like it when they rout, because then they can't hit you. Yep, see, he hits Zebra and does a lot of damage to the armor. If he was routing, he couldn't do that. Oh, of course, you always want your enemies to just rout, but... I mean, here's like this orc in the center of our formation. He's not going to turn around and fight us. He's simply useless. He's useless to them, and to me, he's just kind of in the way. He won't deal us any damage. And we just routed the other one by moving. Tally, of course, can't swing. Axe is too heavy, but he does manage to just break that dude's spirit, and yep, they're all just cracking at the seams. They're more or less giving up. So yeah, just fully surrounding the one orc there, stabbing him, trying to get him so that he can't hit again, and he doesn't. We win. Zebra came through. A lot of kills there on him. And we got quite a few axes and tools to sell in town. Plus 8 heads towards the contract. Set those head choppers to be repaired, because those sell good when they're fully repaired. On to the next town. I'm trying to scout around. I'm trying to find fights, because we're still doing good on equipment. So I want a battle. Here we go. Doll is safe. Up on a hill and find nothing. Head into town to find if I can sell. I can't, but I do find food and cheap tools. Which is what more could I ask for? Copper, it's close towards its base price, so buy it. It will sell for an up trade in a bigger town. And here we have the taxidermist. Now this is what I've been waiting for, is something to craft out of all this cool stuff I've gathered up. Nets, make them reinforced throwing nets, just make them better for 50 gold, and I like that. That'd be great for like locking down a very dangerous enemy, like a unhold that's going crazy, or like a named enemy. Just lock him down. Knock 0 trophy since I didn't get my Sergeant's Sash yet. And that might have been the other thing I talked about already. Yeah, large quiver of bullets, quiver of arrows with the unhold hides, they're very good. Direwolf Pelt Mantle, that thing will be very good for armor. Just plus 15 durability is always great, but also reduces resolve anything near you by 5. Just useful. I'm not gonna get this potion. But anyway, I never got the Sergeant's Sash. The ambition didn't come up. So either I somehow skipped it, which I doubt, I've never seen that before, or I just haven't gotten it yet, which I'm hoping it's the latter, because the former means my game will not give me the Sergeant's Sash, which I really hope they would. It might be hard-coded though, to where it recognizes that I don't have it and will give it to me at some point. We'll see. Because that thing gives you plus 10 resolve. That's really good for a banner. Yeah, I don't make the Iron Will Potion because 200 gold. I would just rather sell those ingredients for money. You saw poisoned oil there. I also didn't buy that because that, if you don't ever put that on your heavy hitting melee weapons, because you should just strike them down and kill them rather than try to poison them. Arrows, I could see it. Get a lucky hit on an enemy, like a necromancer or something, and poison him. That could kill him, if you're lucky. Overall, I just don't want to spend the money for it. I am using this armor here to repair some of my stuff. Some cheap stuff, easy stuff. But the reason I'm doing this is for the retinue follower, the blacksmith. He's been reworked in a recent patch that fixed him up, him and the cook. They used to have percentage-based boosts for your squad, where the blacksmith still does, but they fixed him because all they would do is round up to 0, or would round down to 0. They wouldn't actually boost your party in any way. The only thing the blacksmith would do is let you keep shields that break in battle, and armor if your brothers died. See, I hear you see me looking at him. Where is he? He's right there, the blacksmith. I need to have 5 items repaired at a town's smith. So yeah, my biggest problem right now is that I just throw my brothers into battle without their things being repaired. So tools will be lower consumed, which will save us money, plus it'll repair faster, which saves my brothers from just dying all the time. So I get one more repair in. Now I can get him. The thing is, I remember I don't get him yet. Like, you can, if you look at the video right now, we're about 5 minutes till the end, so I'm just gonna tell you now, I don't get him. I don't remember why. Oh, I do, because I only have just above 3,000 gold. I don't want to go bankrupt just affording the blacksmith. I don't need to right now. We're doing okay. So yeah, Steinberg gets a level up, he'll just be defensive. And here I rant for a bit, range defense. I rolled a really good one. So I could have given him that, but my issue is he's fodder. I want him to tank hits that would go to higher end dudes. And if he ends up having a better range defense than the dude like Tally or Gibbons, then the archers, they're not going to shoot him. They're going to shoot at the targets they think they'll hit better, Gibbons and Tally. So I want his to be low in actuality, so that way he gets shot at instead. That's my thought process there. Since he's fodder, I don't need his range defense high. I don't want it high. I want hits to go towards him. Or at least arrow hits. Melee defense, I love throwing my fodder into the thick of it, shield walling, and if they could tank some hits, good. And taunt later down the line would help with that too. But you get taunt pretty early on, so I could get that for some fodder. But yeah, anyway, him If I give them shields though, they automatically get better range defense, so it kind of means I have to upgrade Gibbons and Tally, those guys, to have better range defense. Which isn't a bad incentive too, they usually should, or else you get shot really easily. And I am looking through some more recruits. I don't find any. I think I leave now. Now here I'm discussing things, because I could go through Brookburg and just go follow the road, get to Wakafesta. Or I can go to the wilds, like those one ruins that are just to the west of Wakafesta. Yep, right here. Could be a dangerous fight, but those are heads to take to fulfill the contract. So I'm thinking I look alright here. But the choice I will end up making is to follow the road to go around, because the town I need to get to is on the other side of the field anyway, so I might as well just go through the ruins once I'm beelining it straight for the town. Because in the other meantime, I want to just sell some of this stuff. Maybe get new recruits. I have a lot of money. So yeah, turning in this contract will give us even more money, but right now we have a lot of money in our inventory. And maybe Wakafesta has a good selling price. It's hard for you to say Wakafesta without laughing a little bit, I know, but grow up. You gotta be mature. We gotta say big boy words. And Queen, it's pretty funny. It's funny. It's a funny word to say. Brooksburg. What was here? Nothing. Cheap tools. Get the tools. Get the tools. Get the tools. Please get the tools. Yeah, there's a bill hook, but there's cheap tools. Oh, and there's cheap mail. I noticed there too, but I didn't even get the tools. Exquisite VIP. Cool legendary flail. Looks kind of cool. And there's nothing in the armor, but yeah, those are the things I want. Like, I got a free legendary item from getting some dudes killed and fighting in that battle, but if I get rich enough, I could just buy specific legendary things I want. Because I remember in this game, my first ever legendary item, it was an orc shield. Durable to the max. This monk's not good. Anyway, durable to the max. But I couldn't put it on any of my dudes, it was way too heavy. Like, sure, it would make them an immovable object, but they'd just stand there and they'd get exhausted and they'd rout. So I've learned from there that if you can just buy what you really want without just having to throw the dice and see if you get something you like, you should probably do it. Anyway, right now, we got some crowns, but we're poor, because remember, I want to buy a blacksmith. But anyway, reaching the end of the episode here, I find some cool legendary stuff here for 23,000 bucks. That has 300 armor for only 14 fatigue. That's good. The Malignant Quick Blade here. Garbage. I don't like war brands. That's a war brand, a legendary item, and it gives you a better chance to hit the head on top of... What did it give you? More damage? Yeah, it did give you more damage, so that could have been good, but... That's 13... What was that? 13,000? 9,000? I forget. Way too expensive for me to want to buy something like that. Anyway, I'm selling stuff here. Not all of it, but most of it. To turn a pretty profit. So I want plenty of money to be able to buy the blacksmith and not have to worry. I buy a dog though. Yep, buy the puppers when I see them. They're just too good at chasing down enemies. Looking at it, yeah, that's about the end of the episode. So roll credits. You see the credits there? They're rolling. Have fun. Bye-bye.